Denims. She is a left-wing socialist political drama streamer, OnlyFans creator, and was once a dear friend of Destiny.
I will suck the meat off your cock.
Before moving away to be an orbiter of Hassan Parker.
America deserves.
Denims has her fair share of drama, such as having a falling out with Destiny, in which she exposed information about Destiny saying a certain word that I'm not allowed to say on YouTube. This and her countless other controversies related to her viewpoints of Osama bin Laden and the infamous Habibi tier list, and many more that will be discussed later in this video. Without further interruptions, let's get into the controversies of Denims.
It was a hot summer's night.
The history with Denims and Destiny is long, where their first appearance was on a show called Reverse King of the Hill, where she debated a Trump supporter. After the debate, Destiny was impressed by how good she was, which resulted in her making an account for DGG. Her second appearance was on Apex Legends. Then she had two other appearances. Her third one was on the episode of Raj Alir, and her last was in a podcast called Big Brain. Her appearance would be more common, which in return Denims would be a very close friend of Destiny. A friend so close that she would include leaking DMs of Destiny using the N-word to attempt breaking up Destiny and his then partner Melina. However, this isn't the only fucked up thing she has done. Depending on who you ask, you'll get a different answer. There are rumors of Atlas and Denims fucking on Destiny's bed. Remember when I said Denims made 4 appearances? I lied. Denims made 3 more appearances, 2 of them on panels, and the last one debating Destiny about his performance with Richard Wolff. Denims, in all of her intelligence, made her own website, a direct copy of DGG. Around April the 10th, 2021, Denims announced the launch of her website. However, some DGGers took notice that the layout of her website looked quite familiar to DGG's own format, and upon further evaluation, found that the source code had references to DGG and StarCraft. On November the 17th, 2023, Denims reads the Osama bin Laden letter to America, which talked about the motivations of 9/11, oppression, and war. During her stream, she talked about agreeing with Osama bin Laden, which she later attempts to correct any of the damages done by TikTokers who were spreading the video at the time, and argues that she was not actually idolizing bin Laden.
America deserved 9/11. I can't disavow facts, man. I can't disavow reality. That's not how that works, bro. Like...
Denims, in her almighty brain, defended Hassan Parker when he said,
"Yes, a real job can be gruesome, a real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you, you know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will." So,
in a now deleted tweet, she claimed to have working a 12-hour shift with a 4-hour commute while going to the university full time. She goes on to state that streaming is easily the hardest job she has ever had, and cites that post-stream social exhaustion was the primary reason for the difficulty. And as somebody who does go to college and also does work, I do have to say that easily going to college while working is one of the most hardest things to do. Otherwise, from fucking on your friend's bed, Denims has her fair share of drama, such as her $30K bounty on Asmongold. This drama started when the game Stellar Blade released characters that, I quote, had been altered to be less revealing before the launch of the game. Crumbs, the guy who allegedly stole breast milk from the refrigerator at work, started a petition called Free Stellar Blade Campaign, which has nearly 60,000 signatures, which he states, I quote, "We're working on changing it back. It's not about the inches of fabric. It's about finding the double standard and getting Stellar Blade customers what was advertised." Thankfully, this had backlash. So much that on April the 29th, Denims stated,
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear and make Eve's breasts bigger. Okay, you have to do both. All right? Because then it's a win-win for me. I get more breast, and I don't have to see that moron on my timeline anymore. So if you think about it.
Since this clip, Grums and Asmongold have called for Twitch and Twitter to ban her, as well as the FBI to investigate further over the death threats made to Asmongold. After all this drama, she did get a temporary ban from Twitch. In 2023, Denims accused Froggy Fresh of posting Nazi shit, while providing no evidence. Little does she know, Froggy was born to a Jewish family, which he has stated that he never posted anything anti-Semitic. This is part of her new harassment campaign against another creator, H3H3, while also watching Ban Panada, someone I made videos on, and you should watch them. And combine the fact that Denims is skeptical of the rapes that happened to the hostages taken by Hamas. You can see how fucking retarded she is. I mean, have you ever seen any of her actual fucking videos? All of them are more than 10 minutes long, and 1/3 of those are clips that are so fucking long, I generally think that she doesn't know anything about fucking context. And not to mention that she is a fucking idiot. The Habibi tier list, also known as the Sabra Hummus tier list, was created during a panel in TwitchCon. The panel featured people like Frogan, Capri Sun Poppy, Raffle Ticket, Denims, and Voight, most of whom are of Arab heritage. The theme of the panel was centered around Arab culture and online identity. However, many listeners interpret the tier list as Love Sabra, making this a political statement in support of the BDS movement. The controversy escalated when Ethan Klein criticized the tier list in a video called Twitch Has a Major Problem, where he states the panel was anti-Jewish because the list implied Arab good and Jew bad. In the same video, Ethan accused the Twitch CEO, Dan Clancy, he hates Jews. Ethan said that Havra is linked to the Jewish American community, made a different style of hummus made by Arabs. He claimed that the use of it as the bottom of the tier list making it blatant anti-Semitism. In response, the fans defended their tier list as a joke taken out of context. Broken posted that the list was meant to list streamers which were culturally connected to the Arab community and had nothing to do with the people's religion, with her accusing Klein of making the list intentionally misrepresenting the panel to fit the narrative. The backlash was so massive that Twitch issued a 30-day ban to all the people on the panel. The last part of the video, we're going to talk about the Denims lawsuit, and boy, it's going to be a bumpy ride. Also, I am dead fucking tired and I want to sleep. Denims in a tweet talked about her lawsuit with Ethan Klein, saying, "Ethan Klein, retract or you may want to replace your lawyer who can't do shit." This lawsuit gained a lot of traction, with it reaching $46,000, however people were still skeptical about it, with people like Augie, RFC, Tectone, Froggy Fresh, and other people making videos about it, like Asmongold, Papa Gut, Nicholas Diorio. It wouldn't be long for the H3 subreddit to find out that Denims recently edited her GoFundMe, removing the language stating she will refund the donated money if Ethan retracts, with her including the link containing an email from GoFundMe in the description edit. This lawsuit will finally die when Denims made her final tweet about the lawsuit, canceling the GoFundMe's 1 week, 1,692 donations, and $46,000 later, I'm refunding the GoFundMe. If and when I go forward as a plaintiff, I will be self-funding. Thank you everyone for providing Ethan wrong. His behavior is unacceptable and people do care. Proceeding with the defamation suit against Ethan is a momentum undertaking. His lawsuit with Kavanaugh started almost 4 years ago and is still ongoing. I don't want to fundraise to start a fight that I can't finish and feel like I've let down those who have donated. With that in mind, if this is a journey I wish to undertake, I'll be doing it with my own funds. I'll be keeping all of you posted if anything happens with the statute of limitation runs for the next year, and I will elaborate on stream Friday. I appreciate all of you who support. It means more than you know. Why issue a retraction letter in crowdfund if you weren't serious about the legal threat? I was and am. If CCC fuck all, you must issue a retraction letter within 20 days of the defamation statement before you can pursue a lawsuit. This is why Ethan was so prompt in his letter to Noah, but has yet to file a suit, if he ever actually planned on doing so. I changed my mind about crowdfunding because I realized that I didn't like the money grabbing narrative. Normally, this wouldn't be an issue because I could be transparent with how the money was spent. But over the length of time that lawsuit was spanned, it isn't realistic in just doing my best. It isn't enough for an offensive lawsuit. Anyone that is disappointed needs to realize that they would have been waiting a very long time for any kind of emotional payout on this. Anyway, and it's easier to take my time on this when I'm not being... I am done reading all this fucking shit. So, pretty much what she did was she retracted the law. She made a lawsuit, retracted the lawsuit. This was one of the most dumbest fucking things you could ever do as a literal human being. I think a baby with a fucking brain cell is a lot better than this shit. Holy fuck is she retarded. This is the dumbest shit I ever saw in my fucking life. One, you're a fucking idiot for even thinking you would go with a lawsuit. Lawsuits, like defamation in general, does not last you a fucking episode of, I don't know, Friends or whatever. It is literally like years upon years upon years. Like this, I'm surprised like you just now realize that, oh man, this defamation is going to take fucking years. And people who do think that are fucking retarded. You people need to like actually look at law. Any lawsuit in general is going to take very, very long timing. Okay, this isn't shit. It's not like, you know, fucking Judge Judy where it's like you go to a courthouse and that's it. No, this is long shit. Defamation is hard to prove. I don't think Ethan will sue Noah if we're thinking about it logically. However, I do think Noah deserves to get sued. He's a fucking dumbass. Maybe he shouldn't be a fucking idiot and think before he speaks. Me, on the other hand, I'm fucking deadbeat goddamn tired. I want to go to fucking bed. And I will see you guys in the next fucking video. Goodbye.